Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live just after 5. Welcome to Satoshi TV, aka Bitcoin is VTV, aka It's Just Bitcoin, because that's what it is. Shout out to Satoshi in the chat box. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. Some fun and games to get through now. Check this out. This is the latest from the gossip on the ground floor. Hackers stole at least $600 million in poly exploit across 3 chains. Dope. Can you believe it? Honestly. Paolo Adrenio reported Tether has frozen roughly $33 million in USDT from one of the affected addresses. Alright. In what may be the largest attack in decentralized finance, unknown hackers used an exploit on cross-chain protocol Poly network to remove at least $610 million from 3 chains. God, more than $500 million. That is massive. You know, I mean, you'd think that maybe 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 6 million might be enough. No, 610 million. Over $500 million. Not going to get too greedy. How do they think they're going to get away with it? How are they going to cash it out? This is so stupid. According to a Tuesday update on Twitter, Poly Network said the attacks had removed assets from the Binance chain, Ethereum and the Polygon network. Blockchain data from the respective networks shows the hackers stole roughly $273 million from Ethereum, $85 million in USD coin USDC from the Polygon network, and $253 million from Binance Smart Chain, which is not very smart. Poly also reported Ren BTC, Wrapped Bitcoin, WBTC, and Wrapped Ethereum were involved in the exploit. The network said it would be pursuing legal action. Legal action. We don't want law. Code is law. Against the hackers and urged them to return the pilfered funds. It also requested that miners on the aforementioned chains and crypto exchanges blacklist tokens coming from the affected addresses. Figures from DeFi and crypto space stepped up to offer assistance and support upon news of the hack breaking. OKX CEO Jay Howell said the exchange's team was watching the flow of coins and would try to manage the situation. So with this hack, I mean, are they going to do what they did with genuine Bitcoin and delist it? Are they going to delist Ethereum? Are they going to delist Binance, BNB? Are they going to delist Polygon? Are they going to delist Wrapped BTC and Wrapped Ethereum? Oh dear, oh dear. The team was watching flow. So Jeho, the exchange's team, was watching the flow of coins and would try to manage the situation. Tether CTO, that's who he is. Paolo Andrino reported the project had frozen roughly $33 million in USDT from one of the affected addresses. Binance CEO CZ said the crypto exchange was coordinating with security partners to proactively help following the hack. There are no guarantees, said Zhao. We will do as much as we can. Stay Safu. So is that something self-activated fork something or other? I know what is the user-activated soft fork. What's the SAFU? Okay, self-activated, whatever. User. Launched last year, Polygon Network is a collaborative project from Ontology, Neo, and Switchio. Oh my god! To bring heterogeneous, interoperable protocol alliance. What a load of babble! We call it blockchain babble, shall we? Integrating the blockchains into a larger cross-chain ecosystem. The protocol allows users to swap tokens across different blockchains. That's why we need a distributed single ledger. Oh my god, all these shitcoiners have got such stupid ideas. Honestly, just stay away from them. It is absolutely insane. My goodness me. Alright, let's go on to some better news, some good news, or some great news. You know, always good stuff here from CoinGeek, you know, trusty CoinGeek. Let's get into some of these articles. So we know about the Poloniex one, meltdown as a Biden infrastructure bill causes blah blah blah. Alright, so let's have a look at this one. This is quite a long one, so I'm not going to read all of it, but we can read this sort of intro and then get the gist of it. Taproot centralized changes put every BTC user at risk. Ooh, scathing. The most important thing that BTC's Taproot update does is that it all at once demonstrates that BTC is not decentralized. The BTC cannot be transacted incompliantly, and while blockchain developers should and do owe legal duties to the users rely on them. Users relying on them. Taproot is yet another soft fork of the BTC network. In essence, Taproot aggregates the signatures going into a transaction at the protocol level by hiding inputs, signing in batches, and mixing the outputs. Absolutely shocking. There is again, when you're doing this, it's a centralized authority doing it. They are accountable to no one. This is why the chain of signatures is so important. There is much to say about the update, but it's worth pointing out the coincidences between the implementation of Taproot and the much publicised request by Dr. Craig Wright to recover his stolen coins. Dr. Wright and many others have often pointed out the fast that BTC claims to be decentralised, and usually point to the exclusive ability of a small concentrated group of developers to continually revise the protocol as evidence that it isn't decentralised at all. Yeah, it's not. It's distributed, but not decentralized. But it's ridiculous. Like, a multinational company is distributed. That certainly isn't decentralized. On that basis, the unilateral decision to impose such a sweeping change on the BTC network is bad enough on its own. However, the position that Taproot puts every holder in with regards to anti-money laundering laws around the world is much worse. And exactly why Dr. Wright's argument that blockchain developers owe legal duties to participate in the network holds so much weight. As is often the case with widely celebrated digital asset innovations, the excitement has come without any regard to law and regulatory attitudes, and in most jurisdictions the law already has a lot to say about obscuring and concealing financial transactions. In fact, there's an entire body of law around exactly that topic, falling under the umbrella of anti-money laundering. For example, the EU's Anti-Money Laundering Directive, Directive 5, requires exchanges and wallets to register with the local authority and demonstrate that they have adequate KYC and AML programs in place. The US Banking Secrecy Act requires the same, and that money service businesses monitor and report suspicious transactions. Failure to comply with these regimes attach massive penalties, both criminal and civil. Not only are these laws already in place, but there is currently a global clampdown on money laundering in large, precipitated by the rise of BTC and similar projects. For example, the European Commission released an ambitious set of reforms in July 2021, that was last month, that are aimed at strengthening the ability of the European Union to fight money laundering and terrorist financing. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, FinCEN, a US government bureau responsible for collecting and analyzing financial transaction information to combat money laundering and other financial crimes, announced in December of 2020 that it was setting out to close the gaps in the US money laundering regime, expressly targeted at digital assets. It proposed new rules which require money transmitters to report on and verify the identity of customers transacting using unhosted wallets. The express intention of the changes is to reduce the scope for anonymizing technologies which obscure financial transactions, such as Taproot. Ooh! Taproot removes the ability for businesses such as exchanges to deal in BTC with any kind of confidence that they can collect the information they require to collect. They're required to collect by law. Oh dear! But the implications of Taproot are much worse than just exchanges running afoul of AML laws. The Taproot update what the Taproot does is make the responsibility for laundered coins to fall more broadly on the shoulders of every participant in the network. Between a rise in ransomware attacks using BTC and the overall percentage of illicit activity in digital currency, though receding, still remaining high, it is inevitable that your legitimate BTC rub shoulders with illicit ones, either knowingly or unknowingly. Thanks to Taproot, your coins are now at risk of being tied up with illegally gotten BTC in a much more direct way. This is the design of Taproot. If 5 legitimate transactions make a Taproot envelope with 1 legitimate transaction, it all looks like to regulators and investigators. All it looks like to regulators and investigators is 1 transaction tainted by laundered money. Oh dear, oh dear. Dear oh dear. See, this is why stay away from shitcoiners. Shitcoiners shit for brains, coming up with stupid ideas that they have no idea what the implications are for. Oh my goodness. This is shocking. The people who tell you that code is law will also tell you that this means none of the transactions is legitimate. The obvious reality is the exact opposite. Thanks to Taproot, all of it is. The effect is to make it impossible for exchanges to compliantly list and transact in BTC. Oh, this arguably was the case before the law reforms of last year, but now is certain. Exchanges cannot fulfill their AML and KYC obligations on BTC transactions. No way. Judging by the frequency with which the heads of these exchanges tend to get indicted, many exchanges will pretend that nothing has changed and continue to enjoy taking revenue on BTC. They can probably get away with this for a time, but the end destination is the same: prison, as Arthur Hayes has discovered, and as Binance CZ is about to. Unfortunately, by happily living in contravention of their global AML obligations, the exchanges aren't just putting themselves at risk. By keeping BTC accessible and outwardly promoting it as a compliant asset, the exchanges are duping naive investors into thinking that they are safe to transact. They are not. Not only is every exchange an indictment away from a total ruin, and therefore by extension the ruin of their customers, but people who are unfortunate enough to continue to transact in BTC are now exposed to enormous legal risk. In the US, federal and state government can seize digital assets which they allege to be traceable to criminal activity. A charitable interception would be that all proceeds from a Taproot envelope are tainted, but a real argument could be made that the Taproot update makes every transaction a BTC mixer with the entire output. Oh my god. Even transactions which were originally compliant are now entirely laundered cash. This is absolutely scathing. Absolutely scathing. BTC is still spoken of as a decentralized system, and yet all it took for the legal position of the BTC protocol to change drastically was evidently for the Taproot idea to occur to centralized protocol developer Gregory Maxwell in 2018. A short few years later, and Taproot is a reality. How's that for centralization? Oh my goodness me. This is why Dr. Wright's case against various protocol developers is so important. It can't be the case that those who rely on digital assets have no recourse against the people responsible for maintaining and developing them. The very existence of Taproot is evidence that decentralization is a fiction, and it's a fiction that the law as it exists today has no time for. Wow. That was actually a really great article there by Jordan Atkins. Oh my goodness me. I quite enjoyed reading that. Wow. Oh my god, I had no idea. Now we know all about Taproot. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me, that was a shocker. Well, should it be shocked? Should I be shocked? Shocked, not really shocked, but yeah, when you actually realise, how these things work, like, oh my goodness me, they are in so much trouble. Let's see what else there is in tech. Bring these bad boys up. Yeah, we're up to date there. Editorials. Yeah, up to date on those too. Press releases. Anything going on today? Yeah, it looks like it's multi-million CoinGeek crime bounty. Yet we're up to date there. Good. All right, let's see what else they've got here on our favourite shitcoin online magazine, shall we? Here we go. Let's have a little look. Bitcoin Golden Cross. Who cares? Cardano faces $1.60 resistance. Oh, who cares? Just do one. What's this? As a cryptocurrency epicenter moving away from East Asia. Who cares? So North Korean banks double crypto transactions fee revenue. Oh, who cares? SEC wants terabytes of Slack communications from Ripple. That sounds quite funny. Large holders accumulate Bitcoin. Oh yeah, whatever. Honestly, it's just absolute crap. All of this stuff that they write about. Jeepers. What's this? Crypto mum Hester Pierce slams SEC for $10 million Poloniex settlement. Yeah, it should be massively increased. 10 million. It's like a slap on the wrist. That's shocking. Coinbase Capital Markets head reportedly leaves company. Oh, another one doing a sharp exit. Let's have a look at this one. People familiar with the matter claimed Brett Redfern's departure was due to Coinbase shifting its priorities away from digital asset securities. What? Brett Redfern, the former director of the Division of Trading and Markets at the United States Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC), has reportedly left his position at Coinbase after less than 5 months. Oof, another regulator who's sort of like jumped the fence from one to the other and then got out the frying pan into the fire. Whoa. According to a Wall Street Journal report, Redfern resigned as the head of Coinbase's capital markets group at the end of July, probably because he figured out they're all securities, dealing in shitcoins, a total shitcoin exchange. People familiar with the matter claimed his departure was due to the crypto exchange shifting its priorities away from digital asset securities. Well, they're going to be in trouble for dealing unregistered securities if that's what they've been doing, and they're saying they're shifting their focus away from it. During this time at Coinbase, Redfern was responsible for the crypto exchange's strategy for crypto capital markets, including digital asset securities. What? The US-based crypto exchange has hired a number of individuals formerly involved with the government prior and following its initial public offering in April. Earlier this year, Coinbase announced that a former member of the White House National Security Council, Fareeha Shirzad, would become the company's chief policy officer. The firm also continued to expand its operations in India with the hiring of former Google Pay engineering lead Pankaj Gupta. Wow, another rate. They're all fleeing the scene because they had none of these people understand blockchain or cryptocurrency. But I think when they're looking at it and when they're understanding the consensus mechanisms with them, they're just like, hold on a minute. These are all securities, the whole effing lot, the entire market, and they've realized there is nothing they can do. They can't change anything because the entire market, $1.8 trillion worth, are all illegal security offerings. So they're just like, yeah, nothing I can do. I'm out of here. Whoa. Let's have a quick look at the market cap now while we're at it. Why not? $1.8 trillion. $1.8 trillion of security offerings. They are going to be in so much shit. Oh my God. While we're looking at the figures, why not? Let's have a quick look at the growth of the chain, just because I love it. Let's have a look at all these blocks coming through. Oh, $154 according to CoinDance, and $150 according to Preve, top left of the screen frame. Let's have a look at these blocks. Okay, they've simmered down a little bit. Let's have a look at how far ahead we are. We're 162 last time I looked. 163? 169? 169? Whoa! 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 That's all I can say to that. Jeepers. I love it. I love it. That'll be 170 in the next few blocks. Good grief. Love it. Love it. Alright, so I saw a few funny ones here on Decrypt. SEC demands Ripple deliver on over 1 million Slack messages on the ongoing legal battle. Yeah, we heard about that. So what's this? DeFi has lost $474 million to hacks and frauds in 2021. That's just in the last 8 months. Oh my goodness me. So what would that work out as? 50, that's more than 50 million a month. Oh my god, no, 8 months. Yeah, it's about, just more than 50 million a month. Jeepers. This is people saying, oh yeah, we don't want law, and they're all getting hacked. Almost like $500 million in 8 months. Jeepers. So according to CipherTrace, DeFi-related hacks are up 270% this year alone. Let's read the rest of this. So in brief, DeFi is a fast-growing part of the cryptocurrency industry. While cryptocurrency attacks and fraud decline, DeFi-related hacks are increasing because they're utter shitcoins on shitcoin networks. Decentralized finance is enjoying a period of sustained growth with nearly $8 billion in assets locked up into protocols per data from DeFi Pulse, just 10% lower than its May peak. But as the saying goes, more money, more problems. According to a new report from blockchain forensics firm CipherTrace, DeFi-related hacks and frauds have cost protocols and their users $474 million through the first 7 months of the year. While overall cryptocurrency fraud and crime has dropped considerably, CipherTrace pegged the number at $4.5 billion in 2019. Oh my god. Oh my god. 4.5 billion in 2019, and 1.9 billion in DeFi hacks have done 270% more damage than all of last year. Decentralized finance, or DeFi, refers to blockchain-based protocols that facilitate money lending, interest, asset swaps, and other financial transactions without using any intermediary. Instead of relying on people and institutions to move money, DeFi relies on code known as smart contracts. Yeah, code is law, which is why they're all getting hacked. What a joke. From the viewpoint, and they're all centralized projects, which is why they can be exploited. It's so ridiculous. From the viewpoint of cryptocurrency advocates, because like those who wrote the law can change, those who wrote the code can change the code. There's always a backdoor. It's nuts. From the viewpoint of cryptocurrency advocates, such protocols allow individuals to make their own decisions about what to do with their assets while avoiding intermediary fees. But there are risks, as CipherTrace report shows. External hacks drained protocols to the tune of $361 million in misbegotten tokens and coins. Rug pulls, in which the project itself dupes investors and takes off with funds, cost users $113 million. This is insane. CipherTrace is most concerned about the $361 million figure, but it's worth noting that DeFi tokens and Ethereum, the reserve currency of DeFi, are simply worth much more now than they were even half a year ago. Ethereum's price stands over $3,100, an increase of more than 200% since the beginning of the year. As is Compound, a popular lender, and that's another one that got hacked. Rug pulled. A popular lending and borrowing service in DeFi. Uni, the governance token for decentralized exchange Uniswap, is up over 400%. Who cares? Utter shit coins. They're literally all going to go to zero. All these people stealing all this money, unless they convert it into dollar, which they won't be doing. I'm sure they'll be converting it into BTC, and even if they convert it into BTC, they're all going to zero. So who cares how much money they've got? Unless they've cashed out, unless they've actually converted it into dollar, and when they do that, they'll get caught. They've effectively got nothing but worthless data. That they may be trading and transacting for what? CryptoPunk NFTs, honestly, spending it on absolute shit. Still, DeFi attacks are growing in relative terms. According to CipherTrace, the subsector is responsible for 75% of all cryptocurrency hacks. What's more, DeFi-related frauds accounted for 54% of major crypto fraud volume, whereas last year DeFi-related fraud only made up 3% of this year's total. Look at that, it's all fraud. It's all fraud. That's hilarious. Honestly, shitcoiners, shit for brains. Oh dear. Most of the attacks on DeFi protocols use flash loans. Flash loans are a way for someone to borrow a lot of money, use that borrowed capital to take advantage of an arbitrage opportunity, then pay back the loan all in one transaction. Quote here, the crux of the problem lies not in the platforms giving out the flash loans, wrote CipherTrace, but the unaudited smart contracts the loans are sent to and exploited. The firm detailed 30 known attacks since the beginning of the year, including a $45 million swindle from Pancake Bunny in May. Oh my god, Pancake Bunny, what the hell? And with the current pace at which DeFi is evolving, it's likely that this list continues growing throughout 2021. Absolutely scathing. Oh dear. You've just got to laugh. You have got to laugh because there is literally nothing else you can do. Oh my god. Just stay away from this crap. Poly Network suffers record-breaking $600 million hack. We just read about that on in Telegram. And DeFi exchange tokens on Ethereum rise more than 10%. Who gives a flying F? Honestly. And let's look at some bitch news. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. I did see some funny ones. Look at this. Save the Children's Senior Advisor. We chose ADA because it's backed by the Cardano Foundation. Oh my god. Another one gonna lose almost everything. Let's have a look at this. In July 2021, the non-governmental organisation NGO Save the Children in Rwanda announced it partners with the Cardano Foundation on a project that allows well-wishers to make donations in the form of cryptocurrencies. Oh my god. Save the Children meets ADA. At the time it was revealed the Save the Children's acceptance of ADA donations was not the first time the non-governmental organisation had accepted crypto. In fact, Save the Children says it has been accepting donations in cryptocurrencies from 2013. Seriously? However, some have questioned the wisdom of accepting donations in a form of currency that they argue is too volatile. On the other hand, others want to know why a charity organisation that is over 100 years old has chosen to work with Cardano. Yeah, to understand why the NGO has made these choices, Bitcoin.com News reached out via email to Etro Rossetti, Save the Children's Senior Advisor, Digital and Marketing Innovation. BTC.com News, crypto. So Etia Rossi said in late 2013, the Bitcoin community approached us wanting to support our typhoon relief in the Philippines. We already knew about Bitcoin from our gamer supporters, and this inquiry was the tipping point for us to set up internal mechanisms, policies, and procedures to accept it. Oh my goodness me. BCN, can you tell us the motivation behind Save the Children's pivot to cryptocurrencies? I wouldn't call it a pivot, I would call it an additional way to support our mission and our belief that children have the right to a bright future, good health, quality education and protection from violence. We do whatever it takes to help children in more than 100 countries. This is devastating. This is devastating. You know, charities getting involved in shitcoining and they have no idea. Literally no idea. No clue whatsoever. Oh, you know, and they've, you know, what, they must be like a multi-million-dollar charity. Do you know what I mean? They're huge. Jeepers. Dogecoin captures double-digit gains this week. Who cares? US SEC shuts down $30 million DeFi money market. Yeah, we know about that one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this. Venezuela authorities shut down power supply to Bitcoin miners in key state. Oof. Yeah. And US consumers expect inflation to continue rising sharply according to Fed's latest survey. I think so. And what's this? Gold rebounds after Sunday's flash crash. Would you believe it? No manipulation to see there. Dear oh dear. US senators and Treasury reach agreement on crypto requirements infrastructure bill. Oh my god. This is one I saw. Europe's largest telecom provider chooses to leverage Coinbase custody to stake CELO tokens. What the hell? Like, what the hell is this? Oh my goodness me. Let's have a quick look. What the hell is T-Mobile getting involved in this for? So the largest telecoms provider in Europe, Deutsche Telekom AG, announced on Monday that it was leveraging Coinbase custody to hold the firm's CELO tokens. CELO is a mobile-first platform that connects to decentralized apps, is EVM compatible, and the network allows holders to stake the crypto assets. Oh dear, what utter shitcoins. While keeping the CELO tokens with Coinbase custody, Deutsche Telekom will stake the tokens for its subsidiary T-Systems MMS. Oh my god. Deutsche Telekom plans to secure CELO tokens with Coinbase custody. Deutsche Telekom AG, again, another token that's going to go to absolute zero because it's a security offering. The owner of mobile communications brand T-Mobile has revealed the firm is participating in the decentralized cryptocurrency economy. The major telecom company is the largest in Europe since it was introduced in 1995 after breaking away from state-owned Deutsche Bundespost in order to become privatized. Deutsche Telekom has since managed to become a Fortune 500 company and is currently ranked in the top 100 firms. On Monday, the firm revealed it was utilizing Coinbase custody to stake the firm's CELO holdings. Deutsche Telekom revealed it was participating in the CELO network on April 20th, 2021, and the firm disclosed it was providing infrastructure for the CELO network. At the time, the CEO of T-Systems, Adel Al-Saleh, explained the move is a calculated procedure to move towards blockchain tech. Oh dear is all I can say. It's absolutely tragic what we're looking at here. People are going to lose so much money. I just don't know what else to say. Really, I don't. You know, I'm almost lost for words. Seriously, you know. But anyway, let's have that on there while we're doing dinging of Zedong. So handles and paymails in the chat box. Shout out to Savtoshi, JPaps, Connor G, Reform 2 Mini Coiner. Thanks for joining me. Keith Fellows and KP Dads. Check it out. What's this? A link to, what's this? Mike Lindell Cyber Event Live. Oh, what's this? The NPC show. Oh, Alright, might have a quick look at that, see what's going on then. Orange Kicks first in there like a whippet with his handle. Great stuff. Here we go. Just you got in there before I've even opened up my my hand cash. Here we go. Sending money. So ORA, Orange Kick, there we go. It's in the contacts. Swiping to send on the way. There we go, turning that bad boy up. Suave Toshi, you are next. Here we go. If hand cash allows me to. Got it. Savage Toshi on the way. Nice. And JPaps on the way to you. Here we go. JP. Excellent. Need to move quicker on hand cash. Got it. Here we go. Connor G. Here we go. So CO. There we go. Excellent. Got it. Swiping to send on the way. Reform 2 mini corner. That is use it or lose it. There we go. Use it or lose it. Got it. Swiping to send on the way. And Keith Fellows, that is big bollocks. Here we go, on the way. BIG, got it. Swiping to send on the way. And KP Dad 72 on the way to you. Here we go, swiping to send. Rock and roll. There we go, people. Right, it looks like that's everybody in the chat box been donged. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. Buy BSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.